What is going on, everybody? Gonna get my thing up on here. There is a creator mode now. That's cool. So what we're playing here is Power Rangers Heroes of the Grid. I will show you a set of boxes here of what we have, and we'll go from there. I'm going to see how my sound works. It's okay. I can deal with it. So, that was my wonderful thing. So the camera we're using, or the mic we're using is the camera for this. You see my hand. We see the cards that I'm going to be playing. We have this camera here for the board. Then we have the webcam. And then what I can do is cards in play. We go to this camera here. And then for the board, we have my overhead camera, which isn't as clear. It's old, but I'm going to see if I can do something real quick because I just noticed. Drag this over here a little bit. There we go. I'm working on getting a new camera for all this, so. And then we're going to test out and see how well this works. So, before I get started, we're going to show you a couple figures. See if I can, actually, you know what, I'll just do it this way. So you're not going to, well, do it this way here. This is, if I can do that right, one of the monsters we'll fight in. Poly-unicorn or something like, pollution unicorn or something like that. I picked the one that I couldn't pronounce. And then we got this guy, Commander Crayfish. That's the other monster we'll fight. And then the boss for the game will be Goldor. We are playing as, for player 1, because the way this works in 2-player mode, you can play as 2 Rangers. So player 1 is Jason Lee Scott, and his ability is once per battle, a Ranger of your choice may reroll any number of dice during an attack. And then Tommy, Loner, if you're the only player with a Ranger in the location, you may add 1 dice to your attack. So the way that this works, I will be 1 Ranger, the Green Ranger. This is the Kickstarter figure. And the cards are the Kickstarter cards as well, because they're the old 90s art for Power Rangers. But, let me switch to the board and I will show you. So let's say I am right here. I am technically the only player with a Ranger in that field. Anyway, I have 2 Rangers in that location. So the Loner would kick off. And just to be a heads up, I'm supposed to have 2 Ranger figures in this field. But I'm only having it as 1, so it's easier to keep track of what's going on. And then the other player, player 2, is going to be... Oh, I got to change cameras again. Kimberly Hart. And then Zach Taylor. So Kimberly Hart is at the start of each battle. You may deal 1 damage to an enemy card of your choice. And Zach is Hip Hop Keto. Once per battle, after you defeat an enemy card with an attack, you may deal 1 damage to another enemy card adjacent to that target. So pretty much I'm trying to go with synergy here since I'm playing by myself. It's going to be weird. And then the figure we have, I don't know how well you can see it. Where's it at? There we go. Turn that light off. And that, we're going to be using Zach's figure. Now, the way this works is it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to draw cards from this deck in a row and then flip them over one at a time. Then we'll deploy units to the board. Our units will start out in the command center. Our goal is not to get all 4 zones panicked and to have a boss in the command center at the end of our turn. I have the book here. We're going to walk through setup for what I have not done. And, alright. Actually, I got to go to the other page because I'm playing the 2-player game. And I'm still learning the game, so bear with me. In case I get anything wrong, I just want to state that. Like, just bear with me on that. Here we go. During setup, give each player 3 action tokens. That's what those are. Instead of 2, normally you only get 2. Place 2 energy tokens instead of 3 on the command center. Those are our life. So if I would deck out, that would let me have an extra life. So we take both decks from each ranger that we're playing as and shuffle them together into 20 cards. The max hand size is 7 cards compared to the 5 normally. We gain 3 energy for battle instead of 2. If I need to gain energy in the middle of a battle, I can flip an action token, spend an action, and regain 3 energy instead of 2 as well. Okay, so let's get this set up. We're also using, actually get them out of the bag to show you. So this and this. So each ranger gets 1 energy. The other energy, I'm going to move this down here so it's easier to do, is put up there. This token here is our lead ranger. I'll show it here. So whoever initiates battle, we put that on. Hey, Hazard. We put that on the team that's initiating. Let me get my dice open. The thing I'm worried about is these dice are going to like break the mic. So oh, that wasn't that bad. So we're going to take the dark dice over here. I'm going to put some of the white dice. And then I'll put both of those here. Oh well. So what I'm going to end up having to do as well, scoot these guys down a little bit. I need some room to play my cards, so. Now, since that is done, thank you. I hope you had a good stream earlier. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get our figures. These are the enemies that we'll be fighting. So let me get these out, and then we will start up the game. Try to keep everything in arm's range, but we'll see how well that works. I should not run out of these, but if I do, I have some extra. And I forgot I got to show you the boxes that we have. And we'll go through what's in those, the best, or not fully what's in those, because then I got to open them up, but I'll tell you what we have out is from what. Let me finish putting these guys out first. So we're using, or I'll say this for now while I'm doing this, the base game board, which means base game energies and command center, or not enemies. And then we're using 3 Rangers from the base game. Because the base game is all about Mighty Morphin. And then we are using Tommy from 2 different areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And you're going to see some boxes. So this bottom box, actually, not down far enough. That bottom box is the Kickstarter. That has Goldar in it. And the Mighty Morphin green figure I'm using. Shattered Grid, we are not using anything from that right now, but it has like Lord Draken and stuff like that. This box right here is the base game. This is where our 3 of the normal Rangers are coming from. Also, the Kickstarter has the player cards that we're using. Anyway, the base game has the same for the 3 of the Rangers. This is my storage box that I put all of my cards in. This Villain Pack 1 is where we have all 2 out of our 3 enemies from. And then this pack, which is Tommy Pack, is what I have the Green Ranger cards from. The Kickstarter also comes with a set of Tommy cards as well. And then you got this Allied Pack with Doggy Kruger, Ninjor, Gold Ranger, Phantom Ranger, and I can't remember the other one. Magna Defender. And then we have Dino Thunder, which also comes with an Evil Trent Mercer. And then we have a Bulk and Skull pack. So those are the packs that I have. So I'm going to zoom this camera in now on the board, since I'm done showing off that stuff. And then we will go from there. So let me go to this view, properties. Gotta turn my... So this board is only about, or this camera is only about the board. Since I know the audio is working, take that off. And turn down my phone. And then let us get going. Also, if you're wondering why I am not using the microphone I normally use, it's because I'm using my laptop to do this. And my laptop only has 3 USB ports, and one of them is my external hard drive, so we're stuck like this. Otherwise, I would have another camera set up like, well, you can't see it more, but let me go to this. I'd have another camera set up over here so you can see me better, but without having the actual ability to do that with more USB ports. I'm not doing that right now. Sure, okay. So, to start the game, we can deploy up to 5 cards for the standard, or I can do 3 for an easy mode. I'm going to say we do 3. And if I feel like we're... There we go. If I feel like we're doing this pretty easily, I'll switch it up to 5. You know what? No, screw it. We'll just do 5. We'll do it normally. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you guys can see these still. 5. So the way that this works is we're going to start flipping from this card and going that way. And then whatever's on this card will deploy at this location. That's how it's going to work. So we're going to flip. So we have 2 Putty Patrollers, and they're going to Ernie's Juice Bar. So 2 Putty Patrollers. They deploy here. And I will show you that so you see. So now I have 2 Putty Patrollers here. Because this camera that I'm using is not the greatest, you can't really see the numbers that well on the backside, but we can have 5 figures in this area before it gets panicked. When an area gets panicked, you move the figure clockwise. And it just keeps going around until they all 4 fill, then they come into the command center. We cannot end a turn with anybody in the command center. That's how that works. Alright, so this one's done. 2 more Putty Patrollers at the high school. One Super Buddy at the bar. 3 Putty Patrollers at the industrial district. Then last but not least, 2 Super Buddies at the industrial district. And if you're curious, how do I know that goes to the industrial district? The very next card is industrial. So now we're going to figure out what we're going to do. So let's go back to the overview. Alright, so we have to decide what area it has the most in it. Since we have 3 actions, we can move once, initiate a battle once, and then move again with that same ranger. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about moving green and red over to Ernie's Juice Bar, take out those 3, and then move him up to the industrial area where I'll put Zach and Kimberly, and then we will do a team fight there. So with that, I'm going to spend 1 energy, which you cannot see. So that's how you spend your energy. You just flip it over to that side. Or not energy, action, sorry, action. Move Tommy here, and then I'm going to spend another one and initiate the fight. When the fight starts, you can fight up to 4 enemies. And it's up to the lead ranger on who you're fighting. Since I am the lead ranger, I'm going to pick a Super Putty first, because we have 1 Super Putty, and then 1, or not 1, but 2 normal putties. And the way this is going to work is when you flip a card over, it moves to the right after you flip it, unless it has that fast keyword. So that one has fast. It's going to stay there unless I flip another fast, which I did not. So that one's going to go there. And then this last one, passive. And as you see, they slide down like so. That's how those work. Now, I know with the light it's kind of hard to read. This is why I'm testing this. I got to figure the best way to do it. And I'll even show you this. If I turn the light on this camera, it gets even blurrier. So I may end up just turning those lights out and using my lights I use for my green screen and see how it works. But this first card, since it'll go first unless I draw a card to let me react before they go, they will drain 1 energy out of the shared pool. And what that means, you can barely see it in the top corner, but this right here is our shared energy. So at the start of the battle, we get 3. And you know what, I may zoom that out just so you can see that a little bit more, because that actually, there we go. actually kind of important. The other thing to note, which I'll explain more on once we are done with once we get into the fight, is what these circles right here are for. Can't barely tell what they are because of the light and all, but I'll explain that here in a minute. But first thing I'm going to do, let me go to the overview. I'm going to draw cards. And like I said, you can draw up to 7. What I'm going to do is move my dice down here. And since it's only one of me playing, I'm going to play my cards right underneath those guys. 5, 6, 7. Alright, this is good. So I have 2 Dragon Solo, or Dagger Solo. 2 Team Tactics, Tyranno Slash, Lead the Charge, and then a Blade Blaster, which I'll explain how all this stuff works here in a second. But since nothing I have can stop that one card from going first, we're going to go like this. And I'm going to switch back over to the cards in play. So when a card is tapped like that, that means it's that card's turn, and then we're resolving that card. So I'm going to drain 1 energy. And from there, it is our turn. Oh, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 2. Play that. You know what? We might play Blade Blaster. Or can I? You know what? We'll just do we'll spend 1 energy. We are going to do this card here. It's I can't even speak right now, but it says Red Ranger's primary weapon is sword. It is 3 dice. So we have 3 dice. But because the Green Ranger, we get a 4th dice. And the card's text reads, you may reroll any number of dice during this attack. So I'm going to put this here. And I know you guys can't see it, but I am spending 1 more energy from the shared pool. And then we're going to roll these dice. So, we have 2 hits and 2 misses. Because of the card ability, I can reroll any number of dice. I'm going to reroll these 2. Still got 2 misses. But I'm going to use Jason's ability this time to reroll my 1 time during battle. And we got a 3rd one, so that is good. So what we would do is we would attack this card or this card, because they both have the word guard on it, so the one that the dice are on, I cannot actually attack. So we're going to attack this last one because it deals damage. And since it's 3, which is in the top corner here, we flip it upside down. Now, it's the enemy's turn. They go. This card's a passive. When this card is in play each time another enemy card deals damage, increase it by 1. Well, nobody's dealing damage, so nothing happens. Now, we have to figure out, what should we do next? Well, I am going to do Lead the Charge, which is this card. It's a 2 dice attack. We get a 3rd because of Tommy's ability. But the next time any ranger performs attack during this battle, they can add 1 dice, which is nice. So I rolled 3 damage. That's going to kill this one. Now, the thing I am not doing yet because I didn't want to swap over, but I'm going to really fast. So on the table view, we still have 3 figures there. I just killed 2 of them. We killed a putty and a super putty. So what we do is we take the figure, put it on our experience track, And you're supposed to do that every time you kill a monster, no matter what's going on. But you always leave the card in, not this one, but you leave it up here so you can keep track of the turn. So now that that's done, we have this card go. Nothing happens because it is dead. Now it's our turn. Well, I only need to deal 2 damage, so I'm going to do Team Tactics. We're going to gain an energy in the shared pool. And then it says, you may choose, or another ranger of your choice may immediately play 1 card. And what that card is going to be is Blade Blaster. Because I only need 2 energy. We have 2 energy in the shared pool. So we're going to spend those. And then I'm going to deal 2 damage because of the way this card is. This attack deals an amount of damage equal to the amount of energy spent to play this card. You may divide this damage among any number of targets. So this card is defeated. And we have 3 enemies taken care of. And then what you do, as you just saw me like pick these up and just go. But I'm going to take these cards and put them on the bottom of this deck. Actually going to move these so I can have room down here for my stuff. Actually put all of my tokens on my cards. Alright. And now that that is done, we are going to switch back over to the overview. Now, since that battle's done, I have 2 actions taken from Tommy and Jason. We're going to spend a third. We're going to move him up to this zone. And I've spent 4 cards. And we'll get into what we do with that here in a little bit. But for now, all we have to remember is Tommy and Jason are out of actions. They cannot do anything else. Now we're going to move to the next 2 players, which are Zach and Kimberly. They're going to spend an action. And they're going to move up here with us. Now that there's 2 of us up here, when we get into a battle, Tommy's ability doesn't kick in. So we're stuck with whatever dice we have on the card. Let me spin myself over here. Now we're going to spend another action for Kimberly and Zach, and we're going to give them the lead ranger token. That means they initiated the battle. That is important when we get to the bosses. So with that being done, we're going to fight 4. So we're going to do 3 putties and then a super. Okay, so this is okay, but also not okay. Let me draw our cards out here for everybody. And then we will take care of Kimberly, because she has a power that goes off now. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to actually keep the cards out of the way of the camera as best I can. And then I'll put them down whenever we go to play them. Okay, if there are 4 more cards in your discard pile, okay. So, first things first, Kimberly's ability. Put this down here for us again. At the start of the battle, you may deal 1 damage to an enemy card of our choice. I'm actually going to deal 1 to cannon fodder. So we gave it a damage token. And the reason I'm doing that is because both those cannon fodders have guard, so we can't attack the ones on the side. And the first one, deal 1 damage, increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier in this location. And we have 2 of those. So the damage is increased by 4, so that's 5 damage that we're going to be getting dealt with each of those cards. So I got to draw 4 more cards. And since the damage or the battle is now going, we have 3 energy in the pool, and now we're gonna initiate our turn first. And the reason we're doing our turn first is because this first card on the enemy track does not have the word fast. That's why we get to go first. But let me see what cards we have before I decide what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to do Take Aim with Kimberly. We're going to gain an energy. And after we do that, we immediately play another card. If it is an attack, you may reroll any number of dice during that attack. And the one I'm going to do is Power Axe. After rolling, choose 2 dice from this attack and deal that damage to an enemy card adjacent to the target. So that is a 3 dice attack. So we have 3 damage. I'm going to deal 2 damage to this card. So this card is dead. And then I will deal 2 damage to that card, because that card is going next. Or, yeah, as soon as we resolve this, that card's going next. But we just killed that card, so after you defeat an enemy card with an attack, you may deal 1 damage to another enemy card adjacent to that target. So, since I dealt 2 to that one, we're going to deal 1 more, and that's going to kill this card. So that card is now dead. So that is a Super Putty. Oh, we're going to get a Zord, probably. And a Putty. Bam. That's what we just did. Now, we cannot use Hip Hop Keto, Zach's ability, for the remainder of this battle. But, we just got ourselves 2 more free turns, because there's nobody here to attack us. So, I'm going to scoot these guys over Ted and tap that card. Now it's our turn again. What I'm going to do next... Oh yeah, I got to spend 3 energy. Is... we are going to do a Dragon Rush, right? No. I lied. We're going to play this card. Team Tactics. We gain an energy. And because of that, I am going to also spend 1 of my energy plus the 2 that are in the pool. And then we're going to play Dragon Dagger, which is 3 attack dice. Perform this attack twice. You may choose a new target for the second attack. Any effects applied to the first attack apply to both attacks. So, I got 2. I'm going to use Jason's ability to get 3. Since this was applied to the first attack, I should still be able to reroll on the second attack. So this card is dead. And that is a normal putty. And our track is full. So what we do is we move this over 1. So we're at level 1. And then I clear these guys off. And we draw a Zord. Hey, it's Tyranno. So, we got that Zord. What this card does is exhaust this card before a ranger performs an attack, add 2 dice to that attack. It is a very good card. Now, normally you keep your Zords in front of you where you're playing with your characters. But, because I'm limited on space right now, I'm putting that in front of the actual You can see the corner of that. I'm putting it right here in front of the power board. And now, discard these 2 cards. And, oh wait, I gotta roll my next attack. I get the reroll. We deal 2 damage to that one. Now, this card goes. Nothing happens. We are going to do Mammoth Slam. It's 2 dice. If there are 4 more cards in your discard pile, which we are not, we add a dice. But I got 1. So 3 damage. This one is done. And that zone is clear. So let me clean up here. That was the first turn of battle. Now, I still have 1 action left of Zach, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a power... I'm going to move to the command center and do a power-up. What that does is I shuffle my hand, my deck, and my discard pile together. That is the ability of the command center. And I just forgot I had vibrate on my phone. So, we're going to take these cards and we're going to shuffle them. And because it's 20 cards, it's a little bit more harder to do. Especially since I'm trying not to damage these cards. Still got to order a crap ton of sleeves and then just start putting these cards in sleeves. When you only have 10 cards in your deck, it's a little easier. That's done with him. Now the round is completely over. And we start the next round. So, we're going to flip over our action tokens. We still only have 1 energy on Jason and Tommy. But I'm going to fix that here as soon as we get a chance to move. So we're going to pull out the next 5 cards. There will be a boss, I believe, in one of these. Yep. So, let's figure out what boss we're going to fight first. We flip it over. And technically, it would go off of that card, but I'm just putting it here. So we're going Angel Grove High with this. Since there's a boss there, it is now panicked. Zone is automatically panicked when you have a boss. So now that we have the boss place, we're going to start flipping the rest of the cards. 2 Super Putties and Ernie's Juice Bar. Sorry, not a boss, a monster. That is a big difference. 1 normal putty at Grove Park. 1 normal putty at high school. And 2 Super Putties at high school. 1 Super Putty at high school. And then 1 Super Putty at Ernie's. Because the high school is at its limit of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With that done, we are now going to start our turn. Now, first thing I'm going to do with Tommy, I'm going to move back to the command center and do a power-up. This will give me my shuffle like I just explained, but it'll also give me my energy back because I don't have one. And I can only do that at the command center. Okay. If anybody's lost, and either if you're watching this on YouTube, put a timestamp in of where you're lost at or what you're confused with. If you're on Twitch, just ask me live while we're playing. And I will do my best to answer. There's a Facebook group with the developers with this game as well. And I am like 2 years late to the party with playing this, but I was only able to start playing this because I got a better job that I can afford to buy stuff with. So, Tommy's powered up, Zach's powered up. So I got 1 of those gone. We're going to take Tommy first and try to use his ability wisely. here. So I'm going to spend that. Now I'm going to spend my last one to initiate the battle. And what we do for this is we draw 4 cards from this deck. Ooh. So that moves over. Sweet dang. This is going to be hard. Let me give ourselves some room for those. And then, because we have to fight 4, I'm going to pick 3 normal putties. So the way that this works is the top row will go first, and then the bottom row. So I have to get through the boss before we get to the putties on their turn order. Now I'm going to draw my cards. Did not do a good job at shuffling, but this may work in our advantage. So we have 2 of these. One of those, one of these, and one of these. You got the touch! Oh, hey, thank you for following. I don't know what, you know what, I don't have... Well, let me change this real fast, because I forgot to add that into this. And hopefully that wasn't too loud, so I'm going to just add that to all of these really fast. And again, since I'm on my laptop, I don't stream as much as I want to from here, so I don't have all the stuff set up. But, alright, so let's get this done with. We are by ourselves. We need to deal 4 damage first, and then 6. Then 5. So, we get 3 energy. You know what? I'm going to do that. So I'm going to do team tactics. Wrong way. Team tactics. We're going to gain an energy. And I'm going to do Blade Blaster. And before I do Blade Blaster, I'm going to do Trano. I'm going to tap that. I'm going to actually get to roll 2 dice. 3 dice because of Tommy. Because we're by ourselves. And I'm going to spend 4, 5, 6 energy. So I want to do 4 to this, 2 to this, and now I have to roll my 3. And we're going to see how well this goes. Hey, look at that. So, oh, and I just flipped that over. So we got 3 damage, or 4 damage. So, we're going to kill the next card too. That was lucky right there. So I took out 2 of the heavy hitters right away, so we don't have to worry about them. The bad news is I blew all of our energy. So, first things first, this card's going to go. Then, I'm going to play Team Tactics again, because I have a second one. And I will do Dragon Rush. So that's going to get us 1 energy. We're going to spend that energy. It's a 1 die attack. Oh, did my thing? Oh, there it is, okay. 1 die attack, but we get an extra 1 because of Tommy. And then we may perform a second attack with 2 dice. So the second attack will have 3. And we whiffed on the first one. I cannot re-roll because I used Jason's ability already. Oh, wait, no I didn't. I used Trino's re-roll. So I'm going to re-roll these. That's 1. That's 2. So we got 2 damage. And then we're going to re-roll with another dice. And that is 3 damage. So this card is dead as well. Now, we are at a problem now. We can't do any more attacks because the only card we have that has an attack is 3 energy. We just blew through all of our energy and we killed 3 of the cards. This is why I took Tommy in first. Because if I didn't, we might not have got this far with this and we wouldn't be able to draw cards next anyway. Or draw extra cards in case we ran into this problem. So, what we're going to do now... Ranger must discard 4 cards. Total, we only have 3, so we're going to discard our 3. Or actually, hold on. First, we move these guys around a little bit. Tap that one, tap this one, and then tap this. So the 4th card triggered. We had to discard 4 cards. We only had 3, so they are discarded. Now, while this card is in play, each time another enemy card deals damage, increase that by 1. We haven't had to deal with that yet, so that one goes. This one goes because it's the same thing. Now we have to deal with 5 damage because those 2 double up. So first one is 2 shields. And the way we worry about how our damage is are these shields right here. So I just took 2 of the 5 and I discarded it. So we have 3 left. So there we have 2 more. Discard that. And then our last one is 2. But since we only had 1 damage left and we had 2 shields, we defended against that attack. So this goes in the bottom of our deck. And if you needed to know, we blew through a little bit, close to about half our deck, just from that one fight. And then since that one is done, the battle is over, so we clean up now. We resolve. So I'm going to take the 3 putties, since they did not die, put them at the bottom. And then I'm going to take the 3 cards that we defeated with the monster. We're going to put those to the side. Because that shows we have 3 cards defeated. Then we're going to take the one that we did not defeat, put that back in the deck. Then we're going to deal 4 more of these out after Zach moves. So Zach is going to spend an energy, move down here. He's going to spend 1 to initiate the battle, so he has 1 left. So let us deal out our 4 cards. Whew. And then we're going to take the 3 putties again. So, now we have to draw our hand up to 7. And go... We're just going to do 6, because that leaves me with 5 cards to defend. And then with Zach and Kimberly, we're going to draw their cards. So. And they will be our primary attackers. Alright, to begin with, we're going to do Kimberly's ability, and we're going to damage the second guy, because to defeat this boss, we only have to kill one card. And that second one we'll be able to take out pretty quickly. I am I'm very sure that we'll be able to do this. So, what we're going to do... We have to deal 2 damage to a ranger twice. I'm going to spend 1 energy from our shared pool, and we're using Dragon Shield. And that does, play this card when any ranger suffers damage. Reduce that damage by 3. The next time you perform an attack during the battle, add 1 die to that attack. So we're going to help out Kimberly and Zach. And I will be right back. Okay. Okay. Now that that's done, we still have to deal 2 damage, but we reduced it by 3, so we deal 2 damage once. What I'm going to do is play Smooth Moves, which reduces the damage by 2, and we gain an energy. So there you go. We take no damage. It's our turn. We get an extra dice. And to make sure we do this, I want to spend all 3 energy on this attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice. 3. 3. Plus 1 from our last card. So there you go. And I'm going to re-roll these 3, just because. That's how much damage we got. Oh, you can't see it all. That's how much damage we got. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to deal 2 to this. That's going to defeat the monster. Actually, I need to keep these up, because it's still their turn. I'm going to take these 3 out. So with the monster being gone, we get a Zord now. And we got Cero. Exhaust this card to allow a ranger to choose 2 cards from the discard pile and return them to the top of their deck. Okay, with that being done, that card goes. Move that up. We can now... I have... I'm going to do Tricero. Your Dragon Shield. Get some defenses up. And Dagger. That way I'll take the damage for a couple of these putties. So I'm going to spend 1 of my energies. Do Sweeping Strike. Roll two damage and deal 1 damage to an adjacent enemy. So we have 2. This says guard on it. So I have to put 2 in there. But I'm also putting 1 on here because of the card's ability. And then this card goes. It is our turn again. Do sweep and strike again. Got 2 damage again, so I'm going to do 1. That one's going to be dead. This one's going to be dead as well from that attack. And then I deal 1 damage for my ability to an adjacent target, which is this one. That's 2 putty patrollers. And then they go again. So I just used 2 energy, right? Yep. Well, we cleared all that we can out of here, so we're going to trigger this guy, pass, trigger this guy. And then this guy's going to go for 3 damage. And I will reduce it by 3 for no energy, and the battle is over. Now on cleanup, I put all these cards back in this boss's pile. And these cards go to the putty patrollers. That is our round 2. We have 2 more to go. Zach is going to play it safe and go power up again. Then we will get the next round going. Since he's powered up, we get our 2 energy tokens back. Round is over. Since the round is over, these 2 go like that. We get all our actions back. And now we deploy again. Pretty simple. So, I know what monster this is. It's going to go to the high school again. 2 supers, 2 bar. Bar is panicked. Ernie's is getting tore up. 2 of these guys here. High school is panicked, and then 3 putties to the high, which we can only put 2 in. And then we go hit the Ernie's. Ernie's we can't put it in, so we go to the industrial. The industrial is going to get 3 supers. Oh my. Well, we got a bit of a problem. Now, because Tommy and Jason need to recharge, we're going to do that. Because they blew through a lot of their cards. Hopefully I shuffle better this time. And the way this is set up, I could probably do this as a 3-player game if whoever's playing with me does not mind A, streaming, and B, being close to each other, because I need room to have the camera up to show you what cards we have playing. Alright. You got it, or do you need me to? I don't mind. See ya. Well, if I get lucky, my remodel may be done. Coming up soon. Alright. So the contractor just came over and dropped off stuff. We had the wrong handle for the shower, and so he had to go buy a new one. So that's what the problem was. But let us get underway. So we're going to move Tommy down here. And we're going to bring Zach with us. So Zach has 2 tokens. I have 1. Zach is going to initiate. And we will hopefully be able to beat this in 1 turn. So then I can take all the damage as Tommy. And then Zach and Kimberly can move up and do one of the other 2 areas we have. And if it works, cool. If not, well, this is going to get interesting next turn. Because we're almost out of putties, and I think we're almost on the last round. So yeah, let's do this. Let's play the first card for this fool. Fast. Deal 2 damage. Increase this damage for 1 for each foot soldier in this location. Holy crap. Guard. Oh, wait. Doing that wrong. So we also have 4 foot soldiers. Putty, putty, putty. Oh, this is going to be bad. And then super putty. This is really bad. Send 1 message really fast. Okay, let's see. We're going to draw our cards. Is that not focusing? Oh, God. Let me go to here for a second so I can fix something. There we go. Very nice. Okay. We're drawing our cards. 5, 6, and 7. Alright. And then draw these cards. 5, 6, 7. got a lot of cards that we can actually use. So we get 3 energy. Now, to start with, we have fast. Deal 2 damage. Increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier, so that's 4. So that's up to 6. But then, for swarm attacks, deal 1 damage. Increase this damage by 1 for each foot soldier. Okay, never mind. So, we have to deal 6. I'm going to have to spend 2 energy from the shared pool, and I'm going to reduce that to 0. I'm going to use 2 of my dragon shields. And we add 2 dice to our next attack, which is very good. So, I may... That'd be 5. Plus 2. Plus 2. I think I'm going to do it. Alright, so we're going to use Team Tactics to gain an energy. And then, we immediately may play 1 card. So, what I'm going to do, first off, we're going to play Green's Blade Blaster. Since we're trying to save Zach's cards as much as we can. So if we have to fight again, they will have stuff to be able to fight with. With that said, we're going to spend 4 energy from each of the Rangers, so that's 2 each. And then we're going to spend the 2 here. So that's 6 damage we're going to do. But before we do that, I'm tapping Tyrannosaurus. And he will add 2 dice. We get 2 dice from the last Tommy card. So that's 4 extra dice. So before we do anything else, tap that. We're going to deal 4 damage to this card. Flip it face down. And we have 4 left to roll. Or 2 left to deal. So we spent 6. So, deal 2 here. We'll roll our 4 and see what we got going on. Alright, so we rolled that. Now I'm going to re-roll using Jason's ability. Got another miss, but that's okay. So we're going to deal 1 damage to this card. Defeat that. Deal 2 more damage, or 4 damage to this card and defeat that. So now, we have 1 boss card left. And then that boss will be defeated. We will get a Zord, and then we have the foot soldiers left to do. And we have 3 cards to do this in. So I have a very good feeling that we can do this. It is their turn, because we just went. I'm going to rotate that. And with that, we're going to do Take Aim, which gives us energy. And if it is attack, we may reroll that many number of dice. And what I'm going to do then is do Flying Kick, which gains us an energy, and is an attack, and it's only 2 dice. And we can re-roll those dice if need be. Roll this one. That's 3 damage. We're going to deal to that. Alright. There we go. Now, I will do Solo Strike to save Zach's cards. That is 0 energy, but it's 2 dice. And before rolling, you may remove 1 die from this attack, and if you do, return this to your hand instead of discarding after the attack resolves. So I'm rolling 1 dice. We deal 1 damage, do it on this card. The boss has been defeated. Let us see what Zord card we get now. Oh yeah, it's my guy. Okay, so move this up. Move the boss. Move the panic. Now we get to have some fun. So, we just drew Dragon Zord. Dragon Zord. Exhaust this card when any ranger defeats an enemy card with an attack that deals excess damage. from that attack to another enemy card of your choice. So if we would have had that when we killed one of the monster cards, we would have been able to. Anyway, we're splitting the damage up. There was still excess damage from that, so we would have been able to split it up even more and then deal it to like one of the foot soldiers or kill off the boss before we would have had to spend another attack card. That kind of stuff. Really cool. It's very strong, and it goes well with Tyranno and the Megazord card we picked, which I did not show any of the Zords to begin with because I wanted this to be surprised with the Zords that we're using. But it should be an easy sense of what Zords we're using in general because of who we're using. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to do Sweeping Strike. And so it is our turn. Spend 1 energy, 2 dice. I got 2 damage. Deal to this card. Actually, I'm going to kill... Oh, I can't kill that one. I'll do this. 2 to that, and then 1 to this. The reason we're doing that is because whenever this card's in play, we increase the damage by 1. Which I didn't realize, so I should have took 1 damage at the beginning. So I messed that up. But that's good. We're in a good spot now. So we're going to tap that card. Now it is our last go before the putties. And I am going to do try it. I'm going to do my slash again. So we're going to spend an energy. So it's 3 dice. We may re-roll as many. We got 3 damage. But we're going to deal 1 to this. And then we're going to exhaust Dragon Zord. And because of that, we get to deal the excess to this, which is 2. That's going down. So that's 2 putties gone from this location. And 1 attack. That is good. Now as they go, we're going to be dealt 3 damage, but I'm going to draw. And I'm going to use Kimberly's Acrobatics. Actually, no, because that's when you reveal. So I got 3 damage, but I only got 2 shields. So that goes here. And then I got 3 shields next. So this goes at the bottom of my deck. Pretty cool. Now that that's done with, it's our turn again. No energy. So I'm going to have to do Solo Strike. I'm going to only have to do 1 die, which was a miss. So this is 1 damage. Increase it by 2. So that's 3 shields. That's all the damage. Now it's our turn again. And because, again, we're out of energy, so I have to keep doing Solar Strike by myself with 1 die. 1 damage. Deal it to this. Rotate. 1 damage. Rotate. Miss. Which is not good. So, we killed 2 putties. We killed a boss. That is good news for us. This battle is over. Oh, one of these is super putty. So we're looking better than we were at the start of that round. Round's not over yet. We have 2 actions each. But I'm going to spend one to go back to the command center. Him. And I'll do it the same with Zach. That way we get our energies back. We shuffle our stuff back up. We untap the Zords. And we get ready for deployment of, I believe, the last round. So let's hope this works out well. Sorry about that. My sinuses were like, hey, we're going to make you deal with us right now. Alright. This game's actually going a lot quicker than what it normally does when I play with people, so I'm excited about this. Let us draw our last cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. So our boss is going to be here. Let's flip him over. He's going to be in the park. And it is the good old boy, Goldar. Yeah. That zone is panicked. Now let's flip this guy over. 3 super putties. Oh no, we're out. So, I'm just going to remember that's a super putty. Actually, I'm going to just do this. 2 more at the park? Damn. Oh, wait. And then... these 2 back here. So, pretty much... everything's going to be panicked because that zone is full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these comes over here. That goes there. Oh no. So this is bad. We got 3 putties in the command center. So we're going to have to fight those really fast. So we're going to spend 1 action doing just that. Not too hard of ones, but we don't want to blow anything big because we still got to deal with Goldar. Good news is if we deal with these guys, we will end up getting our 1 more Zord. So let's see what we have. If we get lucky, I'll be able to do this 1 ranger, and only 1 ranger. Alright, so I think I can. Kimberly's going to go first. Plop 1 on that. And we're going to do taking aim plus flying kick. Get us 2 more energy. A 2-die attack. And this guy is dead. We get a Zord. And it's just what I wanted to see. So we're going to exhaust the Mammoth to kill one of the putties. And I will kill that one. Deal 1 damage, increase it by 1. So it'll be 2. I got 2 shields. So I only discard 1 card. That goes. Now it's our turn. I'm just going to blow a blaster. 3 energy. Kill this card. And that is the 3 putties. Now, we didn't blow as many cards as I thought we would. And we're going to move, both of us, to Goldar and hope this card, or this boss, is not broken, because I have not fought him yet. So I am a little scared. I fought Zed last night with Buddy, and we were getting dealt like 7 to 8 damage on 1 attack, and we're just like... So let's see how this goes. So lead ranger will be Tommy and Jason. So first card, guard, deal 5 damage to 2 rangers. Passive. I'm going to play Goldar card, including this one, is defeated, deal 3 damage. Holy crap. Deal 4 damage to each player, and deal 6 damage to a lead ranger. This is not good. So we have, we'll do 3 putties. Or 4 putties, right? No, 3 putties and a super. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oop. As I shake the camera, because I forget the wire was there. Trying not to break my USB ports. Okay. Kimberly first. We're going to deal 1 damage to that card because I hate that card. So the reason why I picked that one is each time a Goldar card is defeated, or including this one, is defeated, deal 3 damage. So whatever card we kill first, is we're going to get dealt 3 damage. So let's see how well this goes. First one is deal 6 damage to a lead ranger. Oh yeah, we got to draw. So I got to draw 2. 1, 2. 1. 6, 7. Yep. Okay. Get our energy. Okay. Well, good thing I did, because we got smooth moves. Reduce the damage by 2 and gain an energy. So that is still 4 damage. 2 shields. And 3 shields, thank God. Okay. Now that that's done with, the first card is done. And let us, since we're focusing on what's in play, we're going to just leave this up. So see, the next card will deal 4 damage to each ranger, but what can I do? Oh dang, I wish I had aim. 6, 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Team Tactics. I just realized I put that in the wrong location for the camera. Gain an energy, and another ranger may play a card right away. And then we're going to do Blade Blaster. We're going to spend all 4 energy in the shared, plus 2 from our 2 rangers here, and we're going to use Trino, get 2 extra dice, and we're going to attack. That's 4 2s, that's 6. So I'm going to deal 4 damage to him, and I'm going to roll these 2. Or not 4, but 6. Use Jason's ability, still 1. So that's 7 damage we have. So we're going to deal this. We're going to exhaust Dragon Zord. So that's 5 that we had. We have 7 total. That's 2 extra. So before I do anything else, let me deal Zach's ability to this. No, we'll do it to that. And then Dragon Zord's ability to that. And then our 2 extra will go here. Now we have to deal 3 damage to ourselves because 1 card was defeated. That's 1 shield, 3 shields, so that goes to the bottom. That was actually pretty good. So what we did, let me pull the camera back up real quick. So what we did, we used Dragon Zord and Tyrannosaurus to first off, get 2 extra dice. And then we used Blade Blaster where we burned 6 energy. 2 extra dice gave us 1 extra attack, which would have been a total of 7. And we only needed 5 to kill the card. So we killed the card. But as soon as that triggered, we used Zach's ability to deal 1 to adjacent target. And then we triggered Dragon Zord to deal the remaining overkill to another card, which we dealt to the heat beam eyes. But then the Blade Blaster lets us split the damage up to another card, so I split it up over to Roaring Slash. If that's the way it works, I'm pretty sure we can do it that way. But if not, I just dealt 2 extra damage to one of the 2 cards extra. So if I messed it up, I messed it up. But that's the way I did it. And then what I'm going to do actually, because Jason and Tommy are going to take the damage for most of this. Or not. Actually, let me... Kimberly has something. So I want to see... We're going to do... I'm going to put these 2 up on the top of the deck with Triceratops. And then, this card's going to go... It's going to deal 4 damage to each ranger. Well, I have a 3 at the top for this one. And I'll switch it back over to the... And then 2 more, so that goes to the bottom for him. And then for Jason, I'm going to actually do acrobatics. Not Jason, but Kimberly and Zach. I'm going to do acrobatics. When you reveal a card for defense, add the revealed card to your hand instead of discarding it or placing it at the bottom of your deck. So that's 2. It goes to my hand. And I still have 2 more. 2 more. And there you go. Again, if I did that wrong, and it's only supposed to be 1, well, I cheated a little bit. But I'm revealing cards for the defense. Okay, it's our turn again. Now, we need some energy. So, we only have to deal 3 to one and 3 to another. I will do team tactics. Gain us an energy. And then... I'm going to do lead the charge. The next time another ranger performs attack, add 1 die to that. So, it is a 2 dice attack. And we're going to roll. So, we rolled 2 damage. And I'm going to put those suckers on this guy. So, we get a free turn now. Because that's the card we killed. Now, it's our turn again. So, what I'm going to do... is I'm going to do... Reckless Blow. I am going to, discard the top card of my deck and add 2 dice to this attack. So that's 4 dice. It is 1 energy. Got 2, 3. That's enough to kill this card. What do I want? Ooh, choices. Let me see. We're actually going to kill this Roaring Slash because I don't want to have to deal with it next turn because it's 5 damage. So that one's dead. And I just wasted that attack. I just realized that. That's okay. Because it is their turn. They're going to go. So if I kill the next 2 cards, or 2 of the boss cards, the game is over. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to do Mammoth Slam. If there are 4 more cards in your discard pile, you may add 1 dice. And I have 5. And pray to God we get a good roll. It's 3 dice. We got 3 damage, so this card is dead. Now, as the first putty patroller goes, super putty, can't deploy anything there. So, yeah. So one goes in the super in the command center. So all the other areas are deployed or full. Now, our turn. I need to deal 5 damage. I guess I'm going to do Tyranno Slash. It's 3 dice. See if we can bring it down here. That's 4 damage. That's good. 4 damage on him. Deal 3 damage now. We're going to use a reaction from Zach. Smooth Moves. It reduces the damage by 2 and gains 1 energy. So we are now our turn again. And to finish this off, I'm going to just use Blade Blaster and spend 2 energy to defeat Goldar. But yeah, that's how that works. Well, that was very close. We almost failed it. But I also want to state, I don't know if I have to go to the command center next, because I know as soon as you defeat the boss, the game's over. But we also have a monster, a foot soldier in the command center. So I don't know if that overseeds and we have to go to the command center to fight that or not. But I'm going on a limb and saying no, the boss rule overseeds if something's in the command center and we defeat the boss. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I like playing this. I want to get my ceiling, like with the camera, high quality camera aiming down. So it's more of the quality of this and less of the quality of this. But, I have fun playing this, and hopefully I'll be able to stream more of this with select number of people. I have some stuff I want to show, and if I can get some extra smaller tables that I have, I am going to get it so each of our cards are on a table, and then this table that we're playing on is going to have 2 boards on it, and what it's going to do, because we were talking about some house rules, is that you can move between command centers between boards for free. And then each command center has their own unique ability as well. So this one, you get to do a power-up action, which you shuffle everything together, get your energy back. And then the Time Force command center lets you move for free into any location. So it'll be a good mix, especially if we're playing 6 people. Have something like that going off and just have fun with it and try to make crazy and insane games. As you can see, this is what happens when you don't defeat stuff fast enough. I'm actually playing as 2 Rangers I normally don't play as, Jason and Tommy Green, because I normally play as Tommy Black for Dino Thunder. And I've been experimenting with Samurai Red. I can't remember her name though. But she lets you get energies back at the end of the battle if you have none. Tommy Black is a good support character. He can give out a dice once per battle, and it really helps out. And he has a lot of zero energy cards. So I'm personally not used to spending energy to do fights. So that's one thing where I have to think a lot more about when playing with other characters. But this is a lot of fun. This is one of the games where you just sit back, have a drink or something with some friends, and run through the game. And I'll zoom the big camera out here so we can get an idea. So that's pretty much the room you need to play the game. I have a little extra area set up for this camera, which I don't want to show. But, yeah, you don't need much space, but you do need a decent amount of space. This table is a 5 by 6 foot, and we're using about 5 foot of it, roughly, for everything I have set up. And if you like it, you can get it at Miniature Market and RenegadeStudios.com, I believe. Wrong button. Let us find out. RenegadeGameStudios.com is their official website. And let me actually, here, we're going to change this over to Chrome. And this is the website. But you can click on, here's the grid. And then you can just see, one thing I want to get is this pre-order here, but the base game, which is what we played off of. And then we have the Shattered Grid expansion that we have. Zeo is what I want to get, but they're always sold out, so let me... just so you guys can see what everything is. So the Kickstarter box, the base game, you have up to 4 villain packs, at least 2 allied packs, which is like the 6 Rangers of teams. This right here is another big expansion that comes with boards. And I think that's the Omega Rangers that comes with. This is the Draken with the Shattered Grid Rangers. This is In Space with the Omega... this has the... crap, I want to know. These are the Omega Rangers, right? The Psycho Rangers, sorry. The Psycho Rangers. And In Space Rangers. Zeo, which I actually have some. Oh my god. This is another one I have to buy, which I want to warn you, if you buy the Kickstarter set, you do not get the cards that come in here or the Zords. The only thing you get out of here are the 5 character cards and the alpha cards. Besides that, you don't get the decks for those Rangers. So be warned when buying the Kickstarter pack that you will have to buy this pack as well. So keep that in mind. Minions pack, which is the pre-order for the Time Force. And they have a bundle where you can pre-order them together, which I will show you in a second. There's the Time Force pack. Zord pack 1, which is the Ninja Zords. A new set of dice. Some scenarios. Santa versus Heximus Christmas. The Deluxe Figure Megazord, which is cool. The Fan Appreciation Kit, which I do need to get because it comes with more stuff for the storage box. As you can see right here, it has more separators, which I need some more of. The Machine Empire, which is Villain Pack 2, the Bulk and Skull. Villain Pack 1 is which we used some of the enemies from today. The standard, or the reprint of the dice. The Deluxe Goldar and the Tommy Pack. The Deluxe Cyclopsless Deluxe Figure. Allies Pack 1, which I do have. And then Villain Pack 3. And then last but not least, Squat and Baboon, which is awesome. They got their own pack. But let us look at the pre-orders. Just so you guys can see this. So they have a new deck building thing too. Oh. Well, let us just click on this. There you go. That is the Time Force. It comes with 5 Zord cards. the Shogun, so the Ninja Zords, and then the Shogun Megazord and Ultra Zord. Those are pre-ordered exclusives. They'll be added to your card for free. And then this includes Time Force team for Heroes of the Grid. Includes a Mega Ranger and new Quantum Ranger with new Quantum Die mechanic. Time Force Megazord adds a new Megazord token designed for 2 to 5 players. 5 Rangers, 1 Megazord, 50 combat cards, 1 Megazord card, 6 Zord cards, and 5 character cards. So, pretty cool. So yeah, with everything said and done with this, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun. If you want to see more of this, just let me know in the comments on YouTube or on Twitch. If you're watching this as a replay, let me know on Twitter at Kenzen Crese. Oh, wrong way. At the bottom corner over there. Woo, over that way. And yeah, let me know. Have a wonderful day, and thank you guys for joining.